Okay, so my name is Fernando, and I'm here to ask you guys today, what's wrong with school? So, school. Is it a home away from home?
No.
Obviously, a lot of us don't consider it a home, but the amount of time we spend here throughout our lives is significantly high. The average high school graduate has spent about 16,380 hours here since the age of 4, which begs the question of, why are we here so long? So, a lot of us can just wave that question off and say, oh, to learn. But what are we even learning? How much of this knowledge stays with us throughout our lives? Are we even motivated to learn? And is the education system even effective? So, I hold a belief that everyone loves learning. People love discovering new ideas and concepts about the world around them and applying them to reality. But ask any student and you'll find out that they hate attending school, going through their daily 6-period classes, and taking notes on their subjects for hours. Why is this? Well, if you're like me, you find no applicable use to the subject that you're learning. So like, you don't need to know what part of the cell produces energy if you like decide to become a chef. And then, well, okay. So, students are also intimidated by the fact that they're going to be graded and tested on this knowledge that they're learning. We're learning the fear of being wrong, even though making mistakes is a natural part of life and is how humans learn. So, learning is also competitive. There are some people who don't use knowledge to learn about the world around them, but they're using it to glorify themselves and assure themselves that they're better than other people. This is especially established by school rankings, which can be used to determine if you're accepted into a prestigious college or not. Students need to show that they're better candidates, and not even students, they're better candidates than another person by having better grades and doing more extracurricular activities. So most people accomplish this by taking AP classes, even though 50% of students fail AP exams. And not trying to discourage you or anything, but according to the vice president of the college school board, students are academically unprepared to take these classes, whether it is they take it too early or they haven't taken enough prep courses. So a lot of this can put students under a lot of pressure and stress. So, and it's true that the statistics of depressed teenagers increase while school is in session than in the summer. So depression may not, it is a serious issue, but it can also lead to suicide, and school, which is a place of learning and education, shouldn't be stressing students out to the point of choosing between life or death. And yeah. So all of these unpleasant memories of test and anxiety and stress about grades and failing grades sticks with the student forever, and it discourages them from continuing their education, whether it is just going to the library to read a book or something, or just going to college. So we're not learning, we're being taught to memorize. Learning is long-term and implies that we've gained enough knowledge to completely understand how to do something. It often is related to information that we use every day, like learning how to swim, learning how to walk, learning how to cook. Memorizing is short-term and relates to information that we easily forget because it's unimportant, irrelevant, and and not used enough. So how are we as students tested on a national scale? So through the standardized tests that we take each year, which are actually unreliable and inefficient. According to a 2001 study by Brookings Institution, 50 to 80% of year-over-year test improvements were actually temporary and had nothing to do with long-term changes in learning. This means that students were not learning certain sets of information that they could remember for a long time, but they were actually just memorizing it. Students also don't take standardized testing seriously because it doesn't affect their grades. So according to a New Mexico high school teacher who was observing students taking the standardized tests, students were just having fun with the tests. They were just drawing hearts, Christmas trees, and battleships. And yeah. So what about other countries? How are top-ranking countries in education? How are they teaching their students, and what are they doing different? Well, top-ranking countries such as Finland and South Korea tend to offer teachers higher statuses in society, which increases the quality of the teachers since there's more training to become one. Teaching in these countries often require a master's degree. These countries also share a belief in the importance of learning and being educated. They prioritize a person should be educated from very young, and that they should maintain this all their life. Even though that they have completely different systems and ways of teaching their kids, they all share this belief. So why did I decide to talk about this today? Well, awareness needs to be raised that the US education system isn't as efficient as it could be, and that future generations, like our children, are going to be memorizing in the same environment that we are today. So can we change the cycle of memorization and resentment of learning? Can we change the future to be brighter and better than before? I think yes. Thank you.